tie summertime bass and wintertime bass together is creek channels. And during the wintertime, they're going to end up in the creek channels, and they're going to use those creek channels to go back into the shallow water when the water warms up. In the summertime, they do the exact same thing. They get in those creek channels, and remember, creek channels are underwater highways that the bass travel. And in the summertime, they get in those creek channels, and they'll use those creek channels to move back in. Oh, God, I thought there was a fish. They'll use those creek channels to move back in. I caught virtually all of my fish today, virtually all of them, in creek channels. Now, I didn't catch them. The crappie was on the edge of a creek channel. The bass was on the edge of a creek channel. Then I'm talking about creek channels that were falling into 13, 14, 15 feet of water seemed to have been the key. Out in deeper water, we didn't get any bites. Out in shallower water, didn't get any bites. It seemed like at 13 to 15 foot range, if I could stay in that creek channel and fish those edges, that seemed to be the best. Now, the key thing is you want to find something those bass are holding up on. We call them honey holes or hot spots, and I actually only found one of those little hot spots that the fish were holding up on for the crappie, and caught several crappie in one little spot. I don't know what I caught, 8 or 10 of them, and then got off of them in one little spot. I actually found 3 or 4 or 5 stopping areas or holding areas for the bass. And now there wasn't big wads of them there, but every time I caught one, there'd be 2, 3, 4 bass there, and they were big ones too. So in the fall of the year, in the winter time of the year, and when the water's warming up or when the water's cooling down, either way, same situation, concentrate on those edges of creek channels. You need good electronics. My Raymarine keep me right out there in the area I want to be, 13 to 15 foot of water, pitching up on the bank, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 feet, working off of that edge. Great way to catch really big bass in the spring and in the fall.